So after years of cat and mouse games across international borders, India has scored a stunning breakthrough in a rather dramatic turn of events. The fugitive diamantaire Mehul Choksi, the key accused in the 13,000 crore rupee Punjab National Bank scam, has been arrested in Belgium. He is a citizen of Antigua, but he was in Europe for some medical treatment, which is why he's been arrested there. Diplomatic and investigative victory indeed. Despite a crippling setback when Interpol deleted his red notice in 2023, but India didn't give up. The CBI and the Enforcement Directorate pressed forward open-ended arrest warrants, relentless tracking and dogged diplomacy. Choksi sought refuge in Belgium under the guise of medical treatment. Indian agencies watched and waited. When whispers emerged of a possible escape to Switzerland, India struck, and it struck fast. Arrested on 12th of April, Choksi now sits in a Belgian prison as extradition proceedings gear up, facing charges of orchestrating one of India's biggest banking frauds. Mehul Choksi, along with his nephew Nirav Modi, is accused of siphoning funds using fake guarantees and insider collusion at PNB's Brady House branch. The long arm of Indian justice just got longer and it's not letting go. And it seems that this is just the beginning of Mehul Choksi's return to face the law. So what's the latest there, and what really are the charges that Mehul Choksi is facing, and what's this scam all about? My colleague Vishal Vivek decodes that for you.
There are multiple charges against Mehul Choksi, but it all boils down to this figure, 13,850 crore. That is what the authorities have alleged, and the PNB, the Punjab National Bank, has alleged that is the amount through this individual, in association with other perpetrators, he defrauded the organization of this huge amount that equates to about $2 billion in US currency. So what are the agencies doing about this? So far there are two agencies, two of the topmost agencies, CBI and ED, who have wanted Choksi for a while now, ever since he escaped India, and they have been pursuing this case for a while, and there's some lead in the case now. But for now, we can say that for years that they tried, they finally have some results to show, but it's still to be seen whether that materializes in the form of extradition or not. Moving on, so what are the charges exactly? So they amount to corruption and money laundering, to be precise, and there are some other charges that we earlier spoke about, and that this pertains to Punjab National Bank, which is the second largest bank in India, second largest public sector bank in India. So this was a huge case when it happened. It was reported first by Punjab National Bank itself, which flagged the case, and as soon as this case was flagged, Mehul Choksi fled the country, and Nirav Modi also fled the country. Both are related to one another, so that will also have to be seen by the authorities how they handle the case, in the sense that Nirav Modi is in the custody of UK authorities.
Okay, now you know what are the charges against him, but what's the latest there? Pablo Guterres joins me live from Brussels to talk about the process that is at stake here and what could be the next steps to watch out for. Pablo, help us decode as to what lies next in terms of the process here for Mehul Choksi.
Well, we know right now Mr. Choksi is sitting in an Antwerp jail. This since Saturday when he was detained by Belgian authorities. He had led the Indian government and Indian authorities on a wild cat and mouse game across the world, from the Caribbean all the way to the heart of Europe. And for this notorious diamond trader, he was hiding in plain sight in the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp. We know that Indian authorities had alerted Belgian authorities about his whereabouts, and he had filed, according to reports, a number of documents to obtain his residency here in Belgium that appeared to be fraudulent. He had also not disclosed his Indian nationality and his Antigua nationality. He became an Antigua citizen in 2017. This is before the PNB case, and had traveled there right after that. But on this wild chase across the continent. He hid for a while in the United States, then Antigua, then ended up in Dominican Republic. He tried to enter that country illegally. He was arrested and deported. But let's remember that Mr. Choksi has substantial financial resources. And right now, his attorneys are looking to appeal this extradition case and try to fight for him maybe to remain here in Brussels. The extradition pact between Belgium and India was signed. So right now, one of the defense against this extradition that they are likely to employ is that fact that he suffers from cancer and he was here seeking medical treatment.
All right, let's leave it there, Pablo. Thanks much for breaking that down for us in terms of the next steps that lie ahead for Mehul Choksi and the legal proceedings. Viewers, as always, the big questions that we are now putting forth on this story. First up, in terms of what happens next, let's put out those big questions. How did India really outmaneuver the loopholes to catch Mehul Choksi? Remember, these are still early steps, but what really happened and what could be the next steps? Next up, in terms of big questions, what does Choksi's arrest signal for the other fugitives? Remember, he is a co-accused. There is also Nirav Modi. Then there is also Vijay Mallya. And there are several other economic fugitives that are wanted in India that agencies are chasing. What's the message there? Next up, the next question that we are putting forth is, was deletion of Interpol's red notice in 2023 a conspiracy? And next, the other key question for the arrest of Mehul Choksi that we are asking, which is that in terms of can the move reshape global cooperation in terms of white-collar crime? That's the, as I said, there are economic fugitives that India is hunting, and will this set a precedent as to how can agencies cooperate on that? All right, let's get in Hariprasad, SV, as well as AP Singh to talk more about this in terms of what lies ahead. And Mr. AP Singh, let me start with you, sir. As I said,
Sure.
Some of the questions that I've put forth are very important to really understand the next steps and the larger picture. But first and foremost, I want to ask you, the legal road to Mehul Choksi's extradition is still long, still some time away. How optimistic are you that this could happen very soon for Mehul Choksi?
Well, I'm very optimistic of the fact that he has been arrested. That is a big step. And as far as extradition is concerned, we have to go through the process. You have to first prove that whatever offences he's committed are offences in Belgium. There has to be sufficient evidence because these are all economic crimes, So we have to give sufficient evidence to the courts that yes, there is enough evidence to extradite him and put him on trial. And thirdly, we have to guarantee human rights. That is the most important thing as far as Europe is concerned, EU is concerned. You have to guarantee human rights. Now, there are too many sort of impediments towards this extradition. His wife is a Belgian citizen. He's living there. He's not an Indian citizen. He's got an Antiguan citizenship. He has residency in Belgium. So all these factors will come into play, and you have to go through the entire trial process. It's not like
Absolutely. There's a process
tomorrow
there.
He's going to be given to us.
Absolutely, I agree there. And the
let
legal process.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sir. Finish your point.
Just give me my point. But I must credit the investigating agencies and also the legal teams, because if you notice, Mallya has been extradited by every court. It's only the Home Secretary who is stopping his extradition. Every court in England has said, yes, he should be extradited, but the Home Secretary is not giving the order. Nirav Modi has been in prison for 6 years, so I don't think it's a very pleasant situation for him. I mean, so the system has worked. And even Mehul Choksi, if he's going to be in prison, it would be better off coming to India and taking bail.
There is a process there. The legal process is there.
Yeah.
Hold your thoughts, sir. I'm going to come back. I want to get in Hariprasad as well. I'm going to come back to you, sir.
Sure.
The fact is, yes, there is a legal process there. There is also a Supreme Court in Belgium. It will have to go all the way till there because he's entitled to all his appeals, so on and so forth. But Hariprasad, as the whistleblower in the largest, biggest banking scam, biggest fraud in India, How soon do you think the truth will actually now come out, given the fact that Mehul Choksi has been arrested and there's hope that India will be able to get him soon? How soon, no one knows. But in your opinion, will we get to the bottom of the entire banking fraud soon?
The truth is already out there. The question of getting him back here. Everybody knows the truth, and it is evident from various charge sheets filed on Mehul Choksi. And there is nothing to be hidden there. We just have to go through the process of extradition from other countries, because he has been holding multiple country passports and citizenships, I don't know, resident permits. So it's not going to be easy task for us to get him back. But I hope Indian government is strong enough to get him back at any possible level.
Indeed. And Mr. Singh, the message this sends to other economic offenders, whether it is, you mentioned Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, there's a strong message there that India is sending to all the economic offenders out there, that it may take some time, but we will get everyone.
No, I'm very happy that he is under arrest. Nirav Modi for 6 years. He's got all the money in the world. He's sitting in jail. So I think that shows that our investigating agencies and our legal teams have done their job. If he's extradited, that's even better. But at least he's being punished. He's done 6 years in jail and continuing. So I think Mehul Choksi is not in a very happy situation. In fact, I would say he should voluntarily come back to India. He'd be in a much better position than just hanging around there in jail.
Yes. And Hariprasad, you want to come in there in terms of, the other side to it is that these are economic offences, which are much harder to prove because you need an entire trail, paperwork, so on and so forth. How do you think this will now be seen and tried, given the fact, as I said, these are economic offences which take longer to prove because you need that paper trail?
All the paper trails are definitely available with agencies. There is nothing hidden here. When they file the charge sheets by Punjab National Bank, all the paper trails, all the money trails are already given. Even in my case, I have all the evidences given to the courts, given evidence to the CID Bangalore. They have filed a charge sheet based on the evidences given. So the question is to get him back is not going to be easy, because this guy is smart. He has a fat wallet. He can buy the best of lawyers all over the world, and he can prolong it as long as he can. If he was supposed to come by voluntarily, he would not have gone back, because he was known to be committing this fraud. Even when I was in India in 2016 and 17, he was in India. But he did maximum damage to the country by taking away almost 25 to 30,000 crores to the best of my understanding. And he left. Why will he come back voluntarily? He will not come back voluntarily. He will use all means available in his hand to stay abroad and live abroad. Why will he come back?
Indeed, and delay this as much as possible. Absolutely.
Yes, he will delay, and he may escape also, because last time when he was in Antigua, everything was done. All the paperwork was correct. Everything was done. The entire team went to Antigua. Entire team also, they have taken a private aircraft to bring him back. But we had to come back empty-handed. Why? If we cannot get him back from a country like Antigua, how easy it is going to be to get him back from Belgium?
Mr. Singh, you want to come in there? That's a very fair point Mr. Hariprasad is making.
No, I'm very happy that he's in jail, because I don't think it's easy to extradite. Nobody from EU to India has been extradited so far, except for Abu Salem, who came 20 years ago. After that, we have not had an extradition. Whether it's from England, even that Sanjay Bhandari, who's wanted for some these arms dealing cases, his extradition has been rejected. Mallya was extradited, all in court. Then finally, in the end, I don't know what happened. The Home Secretary stopped it. Nirav Modi is a good example. He's in jail for 6 years. That's punishment enough. He's there. And I hope Choksi stays in jail, because getting a person from EU and human rights is a very important issue there. And finally, after everything is exhausted, you can still go to the European Court of Human Rights. That is also an option, the last option, where you
Yes.
say that in India, the prison conditions are bad, I'll be tortured.
There
I'll
are
die, and then-
there are impediments,
Yeah, so-
but there is hope
Yeah,
because
so-
the first step has
Yeah,
been achieved.
yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, main thing is he's in custody. I think that's very
Absolutely. The
important.
main thing is he's in custody. I'm going to leave it there,
Yeah.
gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me on India Global today.
Welcome.
Well,
Thank you.
viewers, bottom line really is that Mehul Choksi's arrest in Belgium isn't just a win, it's also a warning shot. After years of playing cat and mouse, the net has finally tightened. Despite the red notice setback, Indian agencies stayed the course, proving that no fugitive can outrun the long arm of Indian justice forever. And in fact, this is more than just a breakthrough. It's the beginning of the end for Indian perpetrators hiding behind foreign borders. The message is clear: you can run, but you can't find. You cannot hide forever. And that's a message for Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi.